Hello, welcome to my Zoom screen. I'm sorry if it's not brilliant quality and you can't see exactly what's going on my face, but that doesn't matter. It's the easiest way to show you physically by recording the screen of how I work everything. So this is how to make your Zoom sessions more exciting, more engaging for your students, to kind of mix it up a little bit, because if you're just playing all the time or getting them to play and then do theory or whatever, it just gets a bit boring and drags on. So this is a way where you can put things on the screen, play games together, do activities together, and make it a bit more exciting, and make them want to come every week. As it's really weird at the minute for everybody, and they're doing a lot of online things, so the more exciting we can make it, the better. First little job, if you're on a laptop, computer, whatever, like I am, best thing to do to be able to show photos on the screen is to join a phone or a tablet or an iPad or something, a different device, because on that you can share photos. On a computer you can't, which means you can't play the games and stuff that I'm going to show you today. But if you can join yourself, so there's two of you on the Zoom meeting, it would be a lot easier to do the games and things. So I've already joined myself onto here, so there's two of me now on there. So on your phone or tablet or whatever, on the very bottom, if you click the screen, will be a green button that says share screen. So when I click that, a whole big list of options comes up. Right near the top it says photos. So that's the most important thing there. So photos, on we go. Now on my phone is a million different photos of music, games, all sorts of bits. So I'm going to show you how I use those and which one's my favourite. So first thing I use all the time, constantly, especially with young beginners, is pictures of their book. So I went through and took a picture of every single page of every single beginner book that I use for children on Zoom. And then when I need to, I can choose the piece, press share screen, and there we are. Music on the screen, which is very helpful, and it's really clear rather than holding up a book, trying to point or trying to do whatever, trying to hold the camera to the book. It's easier to put it straight on the screen so it's there. Just make sure your device is the right way around its landscape, because if it's up, you get a very tiny picture. I want to make sure it's big enough and fills the whole screen for students. So for that, if you need to, you can zoom in on your extra device to a bar or to a couple of bars you need. You can annotate on it either on this screen by finding the little pen in a circle. You click on that. It's not brilliant on a phone. You can draw, or you can go to the very top of your screen if you're on a laptop or computer, view options, annotate, and you can draw. You can circle a note or whatever you need to. So that's the first big important thing that I use. So let me stop sharing that and show you some of the other things I use. So I'm going to go back, share screen, photos, and go right to the top of my photos to show you the games and bits. Now it seems like it's a lot of multitasking, but it's really not once you're used to it. I can be talking to a student or listening to them while I'm going through here, finding any games or whatever I need to put on the screen. Really easy. So I'm going to show you a few games that I use and a few different activities that I do as well. So that should be it. You share those. Okay, so again, make sure that your screen is across like that, otherwise it's not going to be big enough. So this is a really good game that I use. It's one I kind of made up really quickly with a blank game board. I just wrote some letters on it. For this I use Stave Notes or keyboard cards. I don't know. No, yeah, keyboards with a dot on so they can jump to the right one. So again, you get your drawing up, tell them how to get their drawing up. Annotate. There we are. You can use stamps or whatever. Name the note, then you can jump to that one until you get to finish. Really easy, really quick, like a normal game. Really good, really. That's it. Okay, next one. Same idea. Another game. Tick it off, cross it off as you go, name the notes. So I'd hold up the notes onto my camera here because they can see it. What's that note? Crossed off. Easy. Another one, this is doing note beats or adding rhythms, anything like that. So that, again, hold the note up, how many beats, do how many spaces. Easy. Now, how you get these actually on here is you go onto the website or wherever you'd like to print them from normally, and you screenshot on your phone or tablet or whatever, crop it down to the size of the game board, and then put it as a photo. It's on here. If you want instructions of how to do that, I can make another video there. But it's pretty simple once you know how. Okay, so there's those games that I play an awful lot. Then bingo, love a good bingo game. So this again is another screenshot from where you'd print it. You can see it's got the lines down the middle for putting it up. So I'd screenshot that. We'd choose a side, so I'd have this side, student would have the other side, and then we get the cards out. You cross off as you go. Great bingo game. Next, listening. So listening isn't brilliant over Zoom, but for young beginners is okay. You know, if you're playing a really simple piece of music, they're going to be able to hear it just fine. So I get them usually with young beginners. It's easier for them to use a tablet, not a phone because they're too small. But if they can have their Zoom or whatever on a tablet, it makes it a lot easier for them to use their finger to circle or draw or point or whatever they need to do. So there, I'll play them a piece of music here, they'll circle, whatever it is, and then we'll talk about it after. Easy again, nice and simple. These next two that I'm going to show you are ones that I use constantly, all of the time. Instead of having to maneuver a camera around or change camera angles or put an extra device on a keyboard for young ones, this does it, you know, perfectly. I've tried so many different ways, and this is the best way for me. Personally, sometimes I'll get a camera out and I'll hold the phone over the keyboard and show them with one hand, but I've never needed to have the camera on top of all the keys yet. So here I'll put a dot on the note. What's that note? Can you find me that note? Look for the black keys, whatever. Using that. Other one I use all of the time is this. Every lesson nearly with the kids that are learning this stage, even with adults, with teens, anybody. I use this all the time for naming notes, drawing skips, drawing steps, drawing intervals, so many things. So, sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. Let me just check what's going on in my phone. Yeah, so all that interesting stuff, drawing notes, playing bingo games, all sorts. Okay, so there's that one. Next one. Oh, sorry, that's it. I thought there was another one. That's it. So that basically is all of my Zoom things that, yeah, are handy to have. If you need direct links to any of those pages that I've got those games from or how to do it, let me know. But yes, thank you for watching. I hope that all made sense, and I will see you soon.